Well, now here's a gadget to help secure your good driving record, which I'm sure you have. If you watch Star Trek, it's like the Klingon cloaking device that makes spaceships invisible. Well, there's a device on the market now that is supposed to make your car invisible as well, invisible to police radar. It has a name that's straight out of a Star Trek show, the Phaser. Does it work? Kit Hoover with the Phaser's Judgment Day.
This is a test.
Does it do what they say? It's Judgment Day.
It's what every driver dreads. The flashing lights and screaming sirens. That signal you've been caught speeding. Each year, police officers write more than 7 million speeding tickets.
It's a $50 fine.
But now one company says it's found a way to foil the fuzz, claiming their product will make your car invisible to radar. Just mount this electronic gadget on your window or dashboard. It's called the Phaser. In their national newspaper ads and at a Las Vegas trade show, the makers claim their product will make your car radar-proof.
This is the Phaser, which is $199.95, and it makes you invisible to all radar and light during the time.
Its manufacturer, Rocky Mountain Radar, is so confident its product will jam police radar, they say they'll pay your speeding ticket if you're stopped.
That's quite a statement.
Sergeant Vincent D'Arienzo of New Jersey's Bergen County Sheriff's Department makes his living stopping speeders.
Can I see your paperwork, please?
Both he and his partner agreed to test the Phaser against their speed detecting devices. First, they read all the material and then installed the device on the window of our van. This deserted parking lot was the setting to put the Phaser to the test against my lead foot. I drove a quarter of a mile out and hit the gas. First, the officer tried to get a lock on me using a high-tech laser gun.
41 miles an hour she's going.
And then using the more traditional radar.
47 miles an hour.
Every single time.
She doesn't look invisible to me.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how effective was the Phaser?
It was totally ineffective.
But when we phoned the manufacturer,
Not even on the scale.
they told us we first had to be out of radar range to get best results. So we burned rubber over to this mile-long drag strip to perform a second set of tests. Electrical engineer Tom Frank has been testing radar equipment for more than a decade. We hired him to do our tests and give us his expert opinion.
Got it to 40.
This truck was equipped with the Phaser.
And as you can see, we clocked them at 90 miles an hour without any problem.
Again, the Phaser failed to jam our expert's radar.
The jammer had no effect whatsoever.
That led our expert to this candid conclusion.
If I had to grade this unit, I would give it an F. It did absolutely nothing at all. It had no effect on the radar unit. It's a waste of money.
The Phaser's maker, Rocky Mountain Radar, declined our request for an on-camera interview. But in a statement, they insisted their product works and cited positive product tests performed by officials in Nebraska and Tennessee.
I'd like to see how they actually did their test.
But when we checked with officials in Nebraska, they said the product worked only sporadically in informal tests. And Tennessee officials said they never even tested the Phaser. We did give the Phaser one last test and mounted the device just inches away from the radar equipment. Finally, the jammer jammed. Our expert's opinion wasn't swayed.
Even though the unit is not completely fraudulent, it's completely useless in the real world.
Well, there is one surefire way to beat police radar traps. You know what that is?
What?
Simply don't speed.
Oh.